So, 1, 2, 3. Hello guys, my name is Nelson,
My name is Bruno Mello.
and today we got a new special guest
It's the first special guest for season 2.
2.
First,
That's right.
what an honor. First
Honor.
special guest for season 2. Thank you for
Welcome
coming.
aboard. Would you please introduce yourself?
Yes, I am Iteration Manager or Scrum Master. My name is Luis. I work with Scrum since 2008, and I'm here to share something with the channel.
Alrighty, man. So
Welcome.
tell us what is the daily routine? What we do as a Scrum Master, Iteration Manager?
Basically, Scrum Master, I think Scrum Master must be a coach for the team. And I saw that this is not equal for every places I worked before. And some places the iteration manager sometimes change the role among the whole team.
Mm-hmm.
But I used to work as a Scrum Master fixed in a team,
Fixed role.
It's not like a rotate
Yeah,
job position.
I don't think it's a good idea, and because everything I know is about Scrum, so I cannot code. I was coding before 2008, 2009, but not today.
Okay.
So almost 10 years, I don't type in any line of code. So
Only focused as being Scrum Master. Iteration.
facilitating, yeah, as you asked it, I think Scrum Master must facilitate the flow among the team to deliver more value every iteration.
Cool.
Right, and it's a good starting topic, I think, when we're talking about the roles and responsibilities of an IM or Scrum Master. It's a good topic because, the organization that I work now, we are trying or attempting to shift and rotate the role. But I think the main reason for that is because most people don't have your level of knowledge, right? Your level of experience. So maybe it's also an opportunity to give people more contact with the role, so that they can maybe build up empathy towards the formal IM. Not all the teams do that. Also, we have a specific level, if you will, within the organization that you have to have in order to be an IM. But in my case, all my coworkers have the same level, so we can do that. And I'm talking about seniority levels, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's one of the benefits, providing room for building empathy. But personally, I have not enjoyed as much, because whenever that particular IM, and we call it iteration manager, when we have an organization within operations, and Scrum Master mostly for development. I don't know, just same thing.
Yeah,
But
it can be.
whenever that person is getting there, when that person is getting accustomed to be an IM, and we are getting accustomed to that particular person's style, because like you said, you need some, like a level of coaching. So whenever you're getting accustomed to that person, it changes, and then you have to reaccustom yourself to another style. So that's something that I see as a negative effect of that.
Yeah,
What
I
else
agree.
do you see as negative of that particular?
Yeah, actually, I don't know if I can do questions here, but
Yes, you can.
I would
Yes,
like
you
to,
can.
I would like
You
to
must.
Your
understand
channel.
what's the benefit when you rotate this role.
I can try. Maybe it's not the right answer,
Yeah, I said
but
that.
I think that when you rotate, like, let's think one positive thing. I think that when you rotate, you allow people to, as Bruno said, to build up empathy, and they understand that that type of position is pretty important. That you can show to the team how to bring value, team satisfaction, remove blockers. So when iteration manager or Scrum Master try, to do that, and some people might be, resistant to that change. And when they have that possibility to, rotate, they might try to understand a little bit more about how it should be an IM. But at the same time, as a negative part, maybe you won't be such coach level because you won't be able to build up other, values aside not only empathy but openness, respect, and blah blah blah.
Yeah, maybe you have some difficulties to help your team to go to another level.
Yeah,
When
different
you-
styles.
Yeah, because every iteration you have a different person working a role
Awesome.
that think differently. You know.
And deliverables might be different as well.
Yeah,
Just
and
one.
you maybe you lost a coach or you lost a developer and you have a medium or a medium scrum master.
Like junior,
Yeah,
medium, and high
in
level.
my opinion,
Senior, yeah.
when you can put your focus on this role, you can improve your
Yourself.
abilities every iteration,
Right.
and you
Totally true.
can help your team to improve and to get another level to understand more about values, and you if you help your team, you do in your way, and I do maybe differently in you too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I don't think we can have much more benefits rotating.
Rotating.
Yeah, there's a couple of things that are important for us to also remember. Like, we're not rotating per iteration. We're rotating every 3 months, so it's less of an impact.
Mhm.
Every iteration would be just too much. It's just crazy for a management system, like crazy. So we're not doing that. Most teams are doing either quarterly or I think it's every 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought some teams were doing that just because they think that Scrum Master is the secretary. Yeah, ask
Maybe.
ask the meeting for us, please. Remove
bring
that
me-
block. No
bring
one
me-
wants.
Bring me coffee.
Yeah, or we need to open a ticket to remove some block. Okay,
Right.
you are the Scrum Master. Go
That's
that.
a good. That's a good word.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
terrible.
That's possible.
So
That's
maybe
possible.
they didn't understand the whole potential,
Well, not only potential, but the purpose of the role
the
and
purpose of the
responsibility.
role. Yeah, right.
So when we're talking about negative impacts, being in Scrum Master and not understanding Agile,
Yeah.
at least a little bit, practices, values, principles, the origin,
Mhm.
the whole thing,
Mhm.
how it came to be, where it started, who created what's Kanban, what's Scrum, all these good things. Like, if you don't know these stuff, how can you be an IM or a Scrum Master? So that's my main concern with assigning
Why?
that position to
Why
someone.
you're rotating in your team? Do you know? Do you have an idea? Or
It's because within the organization, the rule applied is within the organization we have like level junior, level um, certified or accomplished, whatever, and senior, right? So these levels, the senior within the process, like a subject matter expert,
Mhm.
people that had either roles of a team leader, for example, or a subject matter expert with a certain senior level of within the organization, were the ones that were not entitled, but it's not entitled, but eligible to the spot. So it's a cultural thing within the organization. So if you're not senior yet, you might not be able to. That's what I said. My team is everyone is senior.
can you change the rule? So you, for example, next week you will tell for your manager, I want to be the Scrum Master for 1 year, for example. Can you do that?
We can always ask for sure.
And do you
Especially-
think they will accept or will?
I think so. Especially within my team, we are working towards find a better scenario, a better team setup.
Mhm.
We have had. I'm the third to be an IM. I started this month. So we're
So
learning.
you're starting.
Everyone is learning. I
You're
have
starting
never
right
been-
now.
Yeah, I just started.
We have a
So,
junior.
This is
one.
I'm a junior. Not even junior.
This is a chance to ask for a chance.
Yeah, but
Oh,
first,
let me do this work for 1 year, or maybe you will say, avoid. Give me out of that.
yeah. Well, that's what I think. We need for someone to be a good Scrum Master. First of all, that person has to have the desire to be
You know what?
and understand the responsibilities. It doesn't make any sense to rotate and give this to someone that doesn't want to be.
Yeah.
For example,
Is there possible
three.
to skip?
Of course, it depends on the squad and team. In my team, for sure, everyone is mature, and the whole environment is good. But
I think that-
within the organization as a whole, that's a little bit more difficult situation because there's less people with the seniority level that are eligible to it. That's the challenge outside of my reality.
I think that maybe perhaps I'm just thinking louder right now, but maybe the roadmap is not pretty clear about, maybe it's like a iteration 0 where they are trying to, rotate everybody to be as a Scrum Master, that in the next level, like a second wave, third wave, then okay, we had tested everybody as a Scrum Master, then we will open for who wants to be for a year. And then like as a roadmap to become like a Scrum Master, then maybe a PO or maybe an Agile coach, because they feel what is being a Scrum Master, and then okay, I decided not like a job role, but like, or maybe as a career, but to understand that maybe something that can contribute better, or maybe he will understand that okay, I don't like to manage people. Let's say not because I am manage people, but I don't like to be as a leadership position. So you give them an opportunity to learn how it is, and then they can decide if they want to proceed and follow that, or maybe just leave someone else to be there. Maybe it might be just a roadmap.
Totally agree.
Just thinking.
And to
Louder.
that point, is a good point for people watching. Scrum Master requires a certain level of leadership skills.
To run mechanical Scrum, it's okay. Everyone can run the mechanical Scrum.
You mean the mechanical part?
Yeah, the
just
scenarios.
practitioner, Run the daily or ask the team to do that.
Stuff.
Yeah, that's okay. Everyone can do that.
Right.
But to go to a professional level, so
manage conflicts.
In order to reach the human level of it.
Yep.
Then you need leadership
need to be more coach. It's the essential of Scrum
Like
Master.
different levels of listening. They need to practice a lot of things that it makes total sense.
So to that point, if you said early on that in order to help the team to reach the highest levels of delivery of performance,
High
we
performance
need a
teams.
good Scrum Master, and a good professional Scrum Master, coach Scrum Master, has to be someone that wants to become or wants to act as a leader. We're not talking about managers.
No.
We're talking about leaders, people that want to be at the front,
servant leadership.
serving the team. So if there's someone in your team that does not have as a career plan, why would you ask that person to be a Scrum Master? You know what I mean? It doesn't add up. That's my personal feeling. And I think it makes sense based on what we've discussed so far.
Sure.
Right? And totally, that's why I like it. So coming from my personal perspective, if I'm not the IM, and this is comparing previous life with my current life, being an IM has made me more cautious, has made me more attentive to what people are saying, to scheduling, to calendar. I thrive under chaos, not under calm waters. So that for me is important to have that, and that's why I am working on that career path. Other people don't like this. They will not thrive under chaos.
Especially
You
developers.
need to know your team.
Yeah, and I think developers tend to work alone and with a headset, just coding. Sometimes focused. Most of the time, they don't want to talk and remove blockers.
Iterate with other people.
They prefer to oh, some developers just talk during the daily, and the rest of the day
right,
just chatting, you know.
right.
It reminds me that I read somewhere that other big companies, they had like a tremendous issues with the company just grow up and they had to hire managers and they didn't find on the market, so they just brought the SMEs, like very technical people, to be manager, and they don't know how to treat people, right? So that's why I understand that, as you guys said, it's pretty important that we reminder that there is a human behind
Sure.
everything that we do,
Human
even
need,
even
human factor.
agile, Scrum, Kanban, routines.
Yeah.
So they're humans, and we will. And one question I do have for maybe I said one idea, which is the conflict. What are other pain points you have seen as 10 years in a row being a IM or Scrum Master?
Some
Challenges, perhaps.
Yeah, after running a team during 1 year, maybe you find a plateau. You know, how can I get another level with my team after 1 year, improving myself? And sometimes I ask for someone else or some coach from outside to help me. Man, give me some tips because I'm doing that 1 year and I don't know where I can improve myself and my team.
Yeah,
I love that, and I'm sorry because it reminded me also that was one of the questions I heard. If like I am might be a position that might disappear because everybody will know how to do the mechanic, agile mechanic Scrum,
I heard that
and
too.
why we need like agile coaches
3 or 4
after like
teams.
10 years of running agile. Why you need a coach? Because ourselves need to continuously refresh,
We're never done.
and agile is something that transform every single day.
The journey never ends.
The journey never ends.
That's true.
You see
And I
here?
heard that too.
You see here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a reason why he's the first special
and
guest.
Shuhari. too.
Shuhari.
Shuhari. Respect.
Yeah.
I had something else. Well, Nelson is an agile coach. I'm not sure if you're already an agile coach within the company.
No.
But I'm working towards that goal because I want to, of
You're
course,
already a
improve.
coach, man.
And then I'm doing this program which I learned same thing that you just said. Being a coach is like being a psychologist or a therapist. If you are a coach or a therapist and you're not, and you do not have your own coach or your own therapist, you're doing it wrong. Like, if you believe in the techniques behind the role, you need someone to help you too.
Sure.
Otherwise, you're just being
You don't
extremely
believe in the
arrogant.
model. Do you believe in the model?
Yeah,
You
it's-
need someone else.
Believing in the model and being humble enough to say we are never fully ready for everything.
Guys,
And the world is always changing, but this is such a wonderful, powerful message. Just want to make sure that we really point it out because
psychologists, they
Coach-
need psychologists. Dentists, they need other dentists.
Sure.
yeah,
Otherwise, they will go, by themselves.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they need
Yeah.
to, have someone else, other perspective.
Boxers have coaches, boxing coaches too, right?
Right, I need, right.
Yeah, all of them.
And one
best
thing,
people.
Why
thing,
question? Why Usain Bolt have a coach?
Right, the fastest
The
man in
first
LA.
man in the world.
It's true. There you go.
and
wanna be
one
great?
point, maybe we can talk about at another moment. But
Go,
you
go ahead.
said Scrum Master or coach or iteration manager or coach. Actually, I think Scrum Master and iteration manager is a coach. You can have a formal role as a coach in your company to treat something bigger, to help the company or an area to go to another level.
Mhm.
But the iteration manager or Scrum Master must be a coach. I work in a tribe with five squads, 1, 3 ninja, 2 here, and you need to be a coach. You need to active listening. You need to help your team to find something else to improve. I cannot wait for the coach to help me. I need to improve myself as a coach. So you asked me, you're a coach? And I said, no, formally no, I'm not a coach.
Yeah,
But
no. It's just
everyone in a
It's just a label, guys.
yeah, but everyone in a leadership share, you need to be a coach. You need to, because you cannot get everything for you to do. You need to coach your team to help you to go to someone else. You know what I mean?
I know, it's just, for me, coaching is something rather new. The reason why I'm pursuing the knowledge, the body of knowledge, is because I had a coach, Ricardo. He completely transformed my way of understanding myself by applying coaching techniques. Now he cannot be my coach anymore because we're friends now. And I learned you should not be your friend's coach because
No.
we'll get in the way.
It's like a
in the way.
psychologist.
But
You
I
can't.
was not aware of the power of coaching. And what I mean by that is, have you studied coaching? You know what I mean? Not, I was not necessarily combining or attaching to you the additional role of coach, but understanding how much learning you have had or how much deeper into the techniques and the body of knowledge you have studied so far, like neuro-linguistics, neuroscience, the emotional intelligence, coaching presence, and what's the other one? Relevant questioning.
Powerful
powerful
questions.
question.
Open question.
So I'm learning this stuff, and I was not aware. That's what I'm saying. Besides learning agile values, practices, principles, manifesto, what's the
The
Scrum,
mechanic, as he said.
mechanics, la la la, ceremonies, blah blah blah. You need to go find these skills so you can put
think
both together
I think-
and be the best.
you can master the
Best.
mechanical. You can master the mechanical and values, principle, and coaching. So everything there is a level. You know?
Right.
Each one is a new level,
Yeah.
and for each one you can be better. For example, you can think you are mastering the process, Scrum as a process, but there's a lot of levels to master.
I think
Each
that
one.
indirectly, the journey it will take you towards to become a coach. Maybe
Mhm.
you won't understand, but you will
Perfectly.
just go into, you're gonna see behind, long years, treating different cultures, different people, like early adapters, senior people. You will just practice deep listening, powerful questions, managing conflict. So the journey will take you there,
Yeah.
right? But I think that it is good to people that are watching us that wants to become a Scrum Master, also to understand that there are such level of other areas they need to study and learn a little
Sure.
bit more,
Mhm.
because when you have like different squads in different countries in workplaces, you would treat with a different culture, and you
Sure.
need to understand how to position.
I don't think I never got two equal teams.
Yeah.
And
They aren't equal people.
And the
Yeah.
same team will be a different team in 6 months.
different challenge. So you think you learn a lot, but in the next iteration or team, you get totally different. Other blocks, other kind of people.
Yeah,
You know.
it's an amazing journey.
Yeah.
Man, I could spend hours here, man.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I
We're
will
learning
do
so
a
much.
college regarding psychology. So think like that. I'm kidding.
Oh, you,
But
you
it could
mean
help you.
going to school and studying psychology? That's what you meant?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've done it for 3 months,
Really.
and I plan to go back. I'm just finishing my not refurbishing. Yeah, refurbishing my place. It's a lot of money. Not a lot of money, whatever. But I plan to going back.
I think it's good,
really
man.
like
You
psychology.
can know yourself.
Sure.
That's the main goal. Being a coach, you will know you first before you try to help somebody. So allow you to know your strength, your weakness.
Sure.
How to treat when you're bad, when you're not feeling good, because you cannot be you know, with 100% mold every day. You know, maybe you won't. I'm not. I don't. I just forgot the word, but you won't be, you know, happy every day. So even if you're not happy, how you can pursue and, you know, help someone to be happy if you're not happy. No,
It's a challenge for sure.
man, I can spend
That's why we
hours
need
here.
coaches.
That's for sure.
Sure.
So we can become better coaches.
So if you are a Scrum
Better
Master or
person.
iteration manager or a coach, you need that coach for sure.
It's a great tip. And always keep learning.
Man, I just love this
Don't be
episode.
afraid to fail. Just don't fail at the same thing every time. Right?
Keep failing is like foolish. You know?
Yeah. And learn from others people's failures as well. What else?
Be open to, you know, receive ideas,
Criticism, feedback.
experiences,
Yeah.
feedback. My God, why
Well-
people feel feedback is so hard.
Networking.
No, network.
Because I'm learning with you guys so much. It's crazy. So, like I've said this before. Like, why don't you work from home more often? This is why. Makes no sense working from home if you can work from the office and meet great people that have the experience and the knowledge you don't.
Why we say collocation.
Right? So, yeah, this, like you said, we can stay forever. But I think we have a lot of content already. We will put more content down. We'll put Luis' contact as well, LinkedIn, right? For those on connections, we'll put his ID and all that good stuff. Plus, I want to say, man, I think we could do all agile roles with him. Next time, we could talk about product owning. What do you guys think? Do you accept the invitation?
Do
Sure,
you
always.
accept the challenge?
Do you
Yeah,
accept the
of course.
challenge?
As Bruno said, challenge to speak in English. So I'm just giving you now.
All right, so we will see Luisao, how I call him, next time talking about product owner. This was Scrum Master.
Like Luisão, for you that doesn't know Portuguese, is Big Luis. Is Big Luis. Thank you guys
Like a
for
big
watching
brother.
us. Yeah, our brother. We are learning
Our
a
big
lot with this
brother.
guy. So
Yeah.
thank you guys once again for watching us. Stay tuned for the next episodes. Luis will be here sharing some other, you know, roles at the Scrum. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming.
Take care, man. Later, man. More coffee.
Mine is over.
Bye.
Now you clean it up, man.
Where did I